Hi guys, my name's Katie and welcome to P.L.U.R, aka Peace, Love, Unity, and Respect. This show is dedicated to educating people on what they can do to help make a positive difference in our ever-changing world. Today we're talking about responsibility and why we, as in humanity, but especially the younger generations, need to take more responsibility in and for our lives. I'm going to be focusing on three main areas. The first is civic and community life, second is our relationships, and last, but certainly not least, is our personal lives. As you saw at the beginning of the video, we humans like to shift responsibility onto other people. The problem is, everybody does it, and then everybody else does it. And the statistics show that the more people there are witnessing something, the less likely anybody is to do anything about it. Then we end up with people beaten to death, economies robbed by banksters, and situations like the Holocaust where nobody did anything until millions of lives had already been taken. As you can see, this kind of not taking responsibility for our actions and our inactions can have really bad consequences not just for us, but for those around us and for all of humanity. So what do we do? Well, there's a lot we can do, but like I said, I'm going to focus on three main areas that will really change your life and the people around you's lives for the better. The first area is our civic and community lives. This includes not just politics, but also environmental issues and issues that have to do with our local communities as well. This is a really important area because it's where decisions are made that affect all of us. So the first thing we can do is hold our representatives accountable. When they do something they said they wouldn't do, or when they don't do something they said they would do, we need to make sure we call them out on it. The second thing we can do is stop blaming political parties. People are always like, everything's the Republicans' fault, or our problems are those lazy Democrats' fault. But really, it's our fault. Political parties are fictional entities and they can't do anything without our help. The third thing that we can do is reform our government. If government isn't working for us, that means that it's time for something to change. And lastly, be a part of that change and run for a political office yourself. Anyone can sit around and complain, but it takes someone really motivated to actually get up and do something. The second area that we need to work on taking responsibility in is our relationships. That means romantic relationships, work relationships, family relationships, and our friendships. This is really important because without other people, we can't succeed in life. So the first thing we can do is stop hiding from each other, accept that we all have flaws, and move to eliminate them. The third thing that we can do is stop lying, tell the truth, and do what we say we're going to do. And lastly, stop being lazy. Learn to empathize with and understand other people, even when their points of view are different from your own. The third, and probably the most important area that we need to take responsibility in, is our personal lives. This includes our emotions, our actions, our thoughts and beliefs, and our words. You can control your emotions a lot more than you probably realize. Your unhappiness, your anger, your bad mood, and even your good mood is not anyone else's fault. Don't blame them. Blame yourself for the good and the bad. With our actions, we need to admit when we do something wrong. Don't do something you feel is wrong just because nobody's looking. Next is our thoughts. Try and catch the bad ones and reward yourself when you're thinking good thoughts. And lastly, with our words, we need to stop gossiping and putting other people down. Don't lie. Know your facts and admit when you don't. I promise it'll be okay. Taking responsibility is hard. It isn't easy, but it's something we have to do if we want to see our world change for the better, and I know that we all do. I believe that if you learn to take responsibility in the three areas I mentioned, your civic lives, your relationships, and your personal lives, you're going to feel a lot more in control, and you're going to be a lot happier as a result of your hard work. So now that you've learned some ways to be more responsible, I want you to go to the comments and tell me one thing you're going to change to start taking more responsibility in your life and help make the world a better place. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.